Good afternoon, Dr. Brogan. This is my video on consistency and daily routine. So I get to work, I have first period. After first period, I have my prep period. During this time, I devote it to baseball. Now, it was definitely, before it was my master's classes and everything in the fall, but now I devote this time to baseball to prepare myself for practice that day, what we need to do, and what we need to accomplish to get to our goals. So obviously our goal is to win a league championship for the 9th year in a row and a Division III Valley championship, which we've never done. So the first thing I do is think about what we did at practice the day before or what we did during the week, and then I try to do something different defensively every day to help us move towards our goal. So during this time I make a practice plan. I think about the things we did wrong in the game before, things that we've already covered, and once I come up with a plan, I make a practice plan that's attainable to them. It's not overwhelming, and it definitely helps them to prepare for the day. So an example would be the day before we did long relays. We threw a lot, so I don't want our guys throwing much. So the next day we would do ground balls for 20 minutes and fly balls for 20 minutes. But we're doing little things each day to prepare ourselves for the long run of being better. In a game, say like this last game we did a long relay, and it wasn't what we practiced during the week. It failed. Practice was great, but in a game we got nervous and made a mistake. So now we can go over the mistakes we made. We don't have to go through the process again, but we can talk about the things we did wrong and the things we can do to fix them. So I also put in a quote at the end, and a lot of them are mostly positive. I think, what was the last one I did? Winning isn't everything, but wanting to win is, and it was by Jimmy Connors. So what my point is if we don't win, that's fine. But if we wanted to win and we went out and gave everything we had, then I'm happy about it. If we went out, gave everything we had, and it wasn't our best that day, it's going to happen. It's early. We make mistakes. And as long as we show that these mistakes that we make are being solved and we're not making as many mistakes towards the end of the year, then we're moving in the right direction to have a league championship and to go to the Valley Championship. My coach in college always talked about the process, and I try to remind them that every little thing we do is about the process. We're not going to be better overnight. It takes time, and they need to understand, and they need to realize that we have to be patient with our ability and our strides in being better. And if we can't be patient, baseball's the kind of sport, or any sport really, but baseball's already a negative sport. It's going to beat you, and it's going to beat you mentally, not physically. The practice plans are great. We never had them in years past with teams, but they're great because my players can think about what we're going to go over. They see the practice plan, and they can envision how they're going to practice. If you are talking about, if that's what you wanted to talk about, envisioning, if not, if you're talking about my vision for the day, I try to take the time and envision what I'm going to get accomplished during the day. As a head coach of a program, there's a lot of things that I have to get done every day, but I try to make myself a list that's attainable for that day and the next day. And if I can get through more than half of them on Monday, I feel good about it, and then I can finish the rest of them Tuesday. If we put too much on our plates, we get overwhelmed and we don't accomplish anything. So I'm learning to put a few things on my plate every day, accomplish them, and I can envision what I'm going to accomplish. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I try to pick it up the next day. But that's what I try to do to stay positive in such a crazy time, especially in the master's program. So hopefully you enjoy my video, and thank you.